Welcome to 100 Year Health, a channel dedicated to understanding the human body, healthy living, and the fascinating science behind everyday health questions. Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed that your tongue looked slightly different than usual? Maybe it looked red, dry, or had a thin coating on its surface. For many people, these small changes can feel confusing or even a little concerning. But what if your tongue is actually giving you useful signals about what is happening inside your body? The human tongue is one of the most fascinating muscles in the body. It helps us speak, taste food, and swallow, but it can also reflect subtle changes in our overall health. Because the tongue contains many blood vessels and sensitive tissues, it often reacts quickly to changes in hydration, nutrition, and the body's internal balance. For this reason, doctors and health professionals sometimes observe the tongue as part of a general health check. Small changes in the tongue's color, texture, or moisture can sometimes reflect changes happening elsewhere in the body. This does not mean that every small change is a sign of a serious problem. In many cases, the tongue simply reflects everyday factors such as hydration levels, diet, or temporary irritation. However, learning how to observe these signals can help us better understand how our bodies respond to daily habits. One of the most noticeable characteristics of the tongue is its color. A healthy tongue is usually light pink in color, with a thin white coating on the surface. This thin coating is normal and is made up of tiny particles, bacteria, and natural debris that accumulate throughout the day. However, sometimes the tongue's color may change slightly. For example, a tongue that appears unusually pale may sometimes be associated with fatigue or low energy levels. A very red tongue may sometimes appear when the body is experiencing irritation or inflammation. These changes do not automatically mean that something serious is happening. Instead, they are simply signals that the body may be responding to internal or external factors. If you look closely at your tongue, you will notice small bumps across its surface. These bumps are called papillae, and they contain many of the taste buds that allow us to detect different flavors. Sometimes these papillae may appear slightly swollen or more noticeable than usual. This can happen when the tongue becomes irritated by certain foods, beverages, or environmental factors. For example, very hot drinks, spicy foods, or acidic ingredients may temporarily affect the tongue's surface. Another common observation people notice is a coating on the tongue. A thin coating is completely normal, but sometimes it may appear slightly thicker. This can occur when bacteria and natural particles build up on the surface of the tongue, especially if the mouth becomes dry or oral hygiene routines are disrupted. Because the tongue is constantly interacting with food, drinks, and the environment, small variations in its appearance are quite normal. Understanding these variations helps us recognize that the tongue is not just a tool for tasting food. It is also a small window into how the body is functioning internally. The human body relies heavily on water to maintain balance in nearly every system. When the body becomes slightly dehydrated, the mouth and tongue may become dry. In some cases, the tongue may appear rougher than usual, and its surface may develop a thicker coating. This happens because saliva plays an important role in keeping the mouth clean and balanced. Saliva helps wash away bacteria, food particles, and other substances that accumulate throughout the day. When the mouth becomes dry, these particles may remain on the surface of the tongue for longer periods, which can change its appearance. This is one reason why drinking enough water throughout the day is important for both oral health and overall well-being. The body requires a variety of vitamins and minerals to maintain healthy tissues. When certain nutrients are lacking, the body may sometimes show subtle signs. For example, the tongue may appear smoother than usual if the small bumps on its surface temporarily change. These bumps, known as papillae, contain many of the taste receptors that help us detect different flavors. Again, this does not automatically indicate a serious issue. The body constantly adapts to daily habits, diet, and lifestyle changes, and the tongue is one of the many places where these adaptations may appear. Certain foods and drinks may temporarily affect the surface of the tongue. Spicy foods, very hot beverages, or acidic ingredients may sometimes cause mild irritation. When this happens, the tongue may appear slightly redder than usual for a short period of time. Within a short time, the tongue often returns to its normal appearance. Brushing teeth regularly helps reduce the buildup of bacteria and particles in the mouth. This can help reduce the appearance of coating on the tongue and maintain a cleaner surface. However, it is important to remember that a small amount of coating is normal. The tongue is constantly interacting with food, drinks, and bacteria that naturally exist in the mouth. Because of this, its appearance may change slightly from day to day. Another interesting aspect of the tongue is how sensitive it is to changes in the body's internal environment. The tongue contains thousands of nerve endings and blood vessels. Because of this, it can respond quickly to shifts in hydration, temperature, diet, and even stress levels. In many ways, the tongue acts like a small indicator of the body's overall balance. While these signals are often subtle, they remind us that the body is constantly communicating with us in small ways. By paying attention to these signals, we can develop a better understanding of how our daily habits influence our overall health. Although the tongue can reflect certain changes in the body, it is important to remember that small variations in its appearance are often completely normal. The human body is constantly adjusting to daily habits, environment, hydration, and nutrition. Because the tongue is such a sensitive organ, it may react quickly to these changes. For example, a long day with very little water intake may cause the mouth to feel dry and the tongue to appear slightly coated. Similarly, eating certain foods may temporarily change the color or texture of the tongue. These types of changes are usually temporary and often return to normal once the body regains its balance. Understanding this can help reduce unnecessary worry when noticing small differences in the mirror. At the same time, observing the body's signals can be a useful habit. Our bodies often communicate through subtle signs long before more obvious symptoms appear. Fatigue, hydration levels, daily nutrition, and lifestyle habits all influence how the body functions. Maintaining healthy daily habits can support both oral health and overall well-being. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps maintain moisture in the mouth and supports the body's natural balance. Proper hydration also supports circulation and helps the body transport nutrients effectively. The body relies on a variety of vitamins and minerals to maintain healthy tissues. Eating a balanced diet that includes fruits, vegetables, proteins, and whole foods helps support many of the body's systems. Regular oral hygiene is also helpful for keeping the tongue and mouth healthy. Brushing teeth, rinsing the mouth, and maintaining regular dental care can help reduce bacteria buildup and support overall oral health. This can help reduce the appearance of coating on the tongue and maintain a cleaner surface. The tongue is constantly interacting with food, drinks, and bacteria that naturally exist in the mouth. Because of this, its appearance may change slightly from day to day. Sleep allows the body to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and restore energy levels. When the body receives enough rest, many systems function more smoothly. Stress management can also play a role in maintaining balance in the body. When stress levels remain high for long periods of time, the nervous system may remain more active than usual. This can influence many parts of the body, including digestion, sleep quality, and even the condition of the mouth. Taking time to relax and maintain balance in daily life can support many aspects of health. It is also helpful to remember that no single part of the body tells the entire story of a person's health. The tongue is simply one piece of a much larger system. Doctors and health professionals usually consider many factors when evaluating health, including lifestyle habits, nutrition, sleep patterns, and overall well-being. The appearance of the tongue may offer small clues, but it is only one signal among many. Learning to observe these signals with curiosity rather than worry can help us better understand how our bodies function. Every day, it performs countless processes that keep us alive, balanced, and functioning. Even the smallest details, such as the appearance of the tongue, reflect the remarkable coordination happening inside the body. By paying attention to these details, we can develop a deeper appreciation for how the body works and how our daily habits influence our health. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy learning about the human body and the science behind everyday health questions, make sure to follow the channel for more videos like this. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who might find it useful too. Stay healthy, take care of your body, and see you in the next video. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional for medical concerns.